Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Movie News at 5. I am your host, David, and my co-host is...
Rich, how you doing?
I'm doing good, brother. All right, so this is our first episode of Movie News at 5, where we present 5 articles of movie news every week. This is for the week of February 9th, as this will air on February 9th at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. So we're going to air this on every Friday, which is the 5th day of the week. 5 articles on the 5th day of the week at 5 o'clock. I think it's a great trifecta that matches our favorite number that we do on the Faces for Radio podcast, which is the number 5. So what was this was kind of your brainchild, what you want to do.
Yeah.
What was the point of this before we get started? Because we're just going to jump into these every week. But for our first episode, why did you want to start doing this?
Because we always talk movie. You know, we're always talking movies on our show because that's what we do. But we never really talk about, hey, you know, there's casting for this movie. And I'm always intrigued by what goes on, like the casting, the trailers, you know, the news behind the movies. I always read Variety, always read Deadline, I always read The Hollywood Reporter. And this is what we'll cite where we get these articles from, because it's mostly coming from those 3 reputable websites. So I thought it would be fun and to get, I'm not gonna lie, get more content for our channel out there. I like movie news, and I hope other people like movie news. And that's really what it boiled down to.
Yep. So we're gonna make it a little fun. We're gonna discuss some things, making, but some, interesting topics that have to do in the world of music. I mean, movies, music, TV, whatever, but all in all, having to do something with the movie industry.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and get to our first article, and that is the Supergirl movie. The new Woman of Steel is Millie Alcock from the House of the Dragons. So the House of Dragons is a spinoff from Game of Thrones. I haven't watched it yet, but what do you think of Millie Alcock and what's going on with her?
I think I've watched 2 or 3 episodes of the House of Dragons, and I liked it. But again, we watch a lot of movies, so I don't have time for TV shows. And there she is. I think visually, she's a great looking Supergirl.
I think so.
And yeah, she fits the character. I am okay with this casting, but I do have an issue with. I said I'm okay with the girl playing her; she's fine. But I have the issue with the casting, because James Gunn is casting these characters without the director of the movie. Because as of publicly known, there is no director attached to this movie. And how can you get a director on the same page, with a person he didn't get to choose, or she didn't get to choose for her movie, or for whoever's directing that movie? Am I making sense?
A little bit. You're making a little sense.
Which never makes sense.
I didn't think there was a director set for this. And so Millie Alcock was born in Australia, and she played in House of the Dragon. It's Princess Rhaenyra Targaryen.
Yeah.
So, and like I said, I haven't seen that series, but she beat out Emilia Jones, who was the actress from Coda, and Meg Donnelly, who was the voice of Supergirl in Legion of Superheroes and Crisis on Infinite Earths Part 1, which we just reviewed on By the Numbers this week. So do you think that was a good move over these 2?
Yeah. Because
I don't know who I know Meg Donnelly sounds like in Crisis on Infinite Earths, but I don't know what she looks like. So I don't know if this was a better choice than her.
I think Miley Alcock, whatever, how you want to say it, visually, acting wise, I think she'll do a great job. I mean,
I agree. I just hope her if I'm pronouncing her last name wrong, I apologize, but it looks like it's Alcock. I just hope her middle name isn't Wants, or or sucks or something
Yeah.
like, because that would be wrong.
Yeah. This team bit.
But just a little bit. But I don't have a, I don't feel one way or another about it.
Yeah.
It's
I
like,
guess that's a
okay,
good way to put it.
I am a little puzzled that, I think James Gunn is really trying to helicopter this whole
Yeah.
DC thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. So, if someone comes in to direct and goes, I don't want her,
Yeah. See,
I want to pick
that's
somebody
weird.
else, will Gunn veto that and say, no, you got to have her?
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's
So,
the thing. That's the
but
only issue I have. Are you taking
yeah,
the creative freedom away from a director?
yeah,
That's the only issue I really have. And I
yeah,
know this is supposed to be based on Tom King's Superwoman of Tomorrow. It was like a
yes,
mini series they did, and that was a fine book. It wasn't my favorite Supergirl story because she's like
mhm,
stuck on a planet, and yeah, I don't know. It was just okay. So hopefully, whoever's writing this movie, whoever ends up directing it, does a good job.
yeah. No, I agree with that. And also, to consider the fact that I guess Supergirl is also going to make an appearance in Superman Legacy.
That's a speculation. It hasn't been
It's
confirmed.
speculation.
Yeah,
It's rumored,
yeah,
but I could see a cameo or maybe an end credit scene
yeah.
to hint to that. That would make a lot of sense to kind of bring the storyline up. And the way
Yeah.
James Gunn does end credit scenes, I think
he does do a good
there's
job.
going to be something in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're going to move on to the second article. But Millie Alcock is the new Supergirl. Um, and so yeah, I don't know. I'm going to reserve judgment on it.
Yeah.
Hopefully, she does a great job, but we'll
Fingers crossed she
see.
does good.
Yeah, we'll see when it happens. All right, let's move on to article number 2. And that is Ben Affleck is going to direct Matt Damon in a kidnapping thriller called Animals that is set to come out on Netflix.
I'm
And let's
stoked.
get a it all right, what do you think about this?
Anytime these two work together, it's magic. I mean, look at Air, look at my mind just went blank. Um Goodwill Hunting.
Good Will Hunting.
Anytime Ben Affleck gets behind the camera, he's gold. He's not acting in this. He's going to be just directing this, which
Yeah.
has me even more excited. He'll be able to like give his full attention to the directing instead of having to break it up and trying to be on camera too. So he's solely dedicated to being the director. I'm excited for it.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting. So it says here, let's see. Affleck will direct with Damon starring and a script by Connor McIntyre and Billy Ray. It does say that he's going to remain behind the camera. He's not coming out. And let's see, what does it say? So there's not many plot details from the movie, but they do say that the story will focus on a kidnapping.
Mm-hmm.
So, kidnapping happens, and either Matt Damon is a cop or the kid's father or something like that. But it seems like it'll be an interesting thriller. I'm a little concerned that it's going straight to Netflix,
But see,
but not as concerned as I used to be. Like
yeah,
a couple years ago, I would have been like, "Oh crap, this is gonna suck,"
yeah,
but not so much anymore. They're Netflix is starting to come out with a little bit more quality stuff. Particularly their foreign films have been really good. So I'm interested. I'll watch it. I think
and you got
we'll definitely
Affleck
see where
behind
it
the
goes.
camera, and
Yeah,
you know what he does. You
yeah.
know his style. He is a great director. I mean, you got Gone. He direct Gone Girl, and you have Argo, who did fantastic with Argo.
Yeah. Argo was great.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But other than that, man, there's not a whole lot about this movie, but I still
No.
think it's great news. Because I'm excited for it.
Yeah, I think it'll be an interesting thriller. I think we'll definitely have it on our list to
Oh
watch.
yeah,
But as we get more information about this movie, we'll kind of
yeah,
bring this to you as long as we start seeing more stuff
yeah,
come through, like the release date and things like that.
yeah,
I think that's gonna be I think that's gonna be pretty interesting.
yeah. I'm excited.
Yep. All right, let's go to article number 3. And this one I'm really interested in. So the
Me too.
zombie sequel 28 years later lands an exclusive Sony deal.
Yeah. It's a trilogy, man. 3 movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited with this. You got I forget the directors. Is it Danny Boyle? No.
Danny Boyle and Alex Garland.
Okay. Yeah, man.
And
They're
as a
gonna be
matter of
back for
fact,
the
I did put in a picture of them. Yeah, that's these guys right here.
yeah. 28 days later is fantastic.
Yeah. And 28 weeks later was good
Yeah.
too. I was really surprised at how good that one was. So, yeah, so they landed a deal with Sony. It's really interesting.
And the
Uh,
price tag on the movies for each one, the 60 million ish, which that today and now, like, movies are having a hard time making their money back, especially the gigantic blockbusters. You get a movie in at $60 million, you're almost guaranteed to get your money back.
yeah. Yeah, there's not a lot of not a lot of information about the plots,
Yeah.
but I do hear a rumor that Cillian Murphy may come back and reprise his role
Yeah.
that he had in 28 Days Later.
But I have a feeling if he wins
I have
that Oscar for
yeah,
best actor, his price is going to skyrocket, and they're not going to be able to afford him to
not
act,
going to be able to afford him.
and he'll
Yeah,
stay as
I
an
agree.
executive producer.
I don't think unless they've signed him already,
That's true.
which of course they're not letting out. But if they signed
Yeah.
him already and he wins the best
Well,
actor
then, yeah,
Oscar, then he's screwed. He's got to get the price that he got.
yeah.
I don't think he's going to win the Oscar, but
Either do I.
but if he does and he hasn't already signed, then yeah, his
He
stock's
priced
going to
himself
be
out of
way
yeah.
up. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to it. I love the world they built with the first 2 movies. I'm excited to see where it goes.
Yeah. So
I know they were in a bidding war with WB. And I think we didn't put it in the news this week, but I think since WB lost out on that, they are going to almost get the Jordan Peele, because Jordan Peele's working on is it Jordan Peele or Ryan Coogler is working on a vampire movie series, like a trilogy of vampire movies. So I bet you Warner Brothers picks that up.
yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
this is
man.
interesting. More on this as it develops, you guys. But
Yeah.
I am excited for a 28 years later sequel. And yeah, if they do get Cillian Murphy, I think it's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
So that this will be something to watch out for.
Most definitely.
And speaking of sequels, article number 4 is the Beetlejuice sequel. It's its official title. So it is still set for a post Labor Day theatrical release. And I have the poster right here.
Yeah.
So let me pull that one off so you can see it. So what do you think about this one, bro?
I am not a Beetlejuice guy. I'm probably gonna catch heck for this, but
Yeah, you will.
but I like the title. I mean, it's perfect. Beetlejuice. I mean, the third one, Beetlejuice. I mean, it's all there. I mean, Tim Burton's come back to direct it.
Mhm.
Hopefully, they still have that same magic they did with the first one. But there's really not a whole. I mean, there's really not a lot of news about this movie, the plot, or anything, except for the title and the release date. Well, you said September 6th, right?
Yeah, release date is expected September 6th.
Yeah.
And it is expecting to star Jenna Ortega,
Mm-hmm.
Willem Dafoe, Monica Bellucci, Catherine O'Hara, Winona Ryder, Bern Gorman, Michael Keaton, of course, he's coming back. Justin Theroux. There's actually a pretty good cast coming
Yeah,
in
it's a big
on this,
cast.
including some of the returning ones from the original.
Yeah. I mean, you'll
Um,
probably make me see it for our show by the numbers.
yep,
So
I
that,
will.
yeah.
Because I'll probably see it in the theater. I'm a huge Beetlejuice fan. I
Yeah.
love the movie. So yeah, I'm gonna make you watch it
Yeah.
because that's just the kind of punishment I administer to my
Yeah.
brother. So um but yeah, this is interesting.
Yeah.
I'm behind it. I think I think September 6th is going to be a little ambitious. I think it might come out a little bit later, but it will release before Halloween.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
But yeah, this is a fun one. I think this is going to be good. I do
I like
like,
the title.
Tim Burton's coming back, and
I'm not a
and
fan
in
of Tim
talking
Burton,
about
but
that, I know you're not a Tim Burton fan. I'm not a really a Tim Burton fan. I'm I didn't really care for Edward Scissorhands or any of those other
yeah, me
ones.
neither.
Um, but I liked Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice was a just a shooting star for me. It was something that just came out of the blue that I didn't think I was going to like, that I turned out to really like. And I think it was Michael Keaton that did it for me.
I can see that. Yeah, I mean, he
I
is
liked
good
his
in that
role.
role.
Yeah,
Just the
he did a
movie,
great
I'm just
job,
not a
and I
fan.
love seeing him come back.
Yeah,
Um, I
fine role.
mentioned it because Monica Bellucci, who I like, she is going to be Beetlejuice's wife in the movie, from what I understand. So
Oh,
that'll
wow.
be an interesting little tidbit
Oh,
to get an idea. And then of course, Jenna Ortega is Astrid, which I'm believing is Winona Ryder's daughter.
yeah, I would assume.
Um, so interesting, but yeah, I usually like I like the effects if they kind of keep to that same format from
I'm
the
sure they
original
will.
movie. I'm gonna like it. I'm gonna like it. So I'm looking forward to this. Again, more on this as it develops, you guys. But
I'll go in
if it
optimistic.
if it does come out this year, we're definitely gonna review it.
Yeah, we will. Speaking of Tim Burton,
Speaking of Tim Burton, let's go to number 5, where Tim Burton is to direct a remake of Attack of the 50-Foot Woman with
never seen that.
Gillian Flynn, who is the author of Gone Girl.
Yeah, which is a
I did see
fantastic
the
movie.
original Attack of the 50-Foot Woman, and of course, there's a little picture of Tim Burton right there. But yeah, I don't know what to think about this. He's like, "Oh, this is the perfect time to do this or whatever."
I have faith in the person that writes it because I'm a fan of the writer.
Yeah.
Um, but I'm not a fan of Tim Burton. I don't know how. I mean, I'll see it if you make me watch it, but I won't go see it any other way.
Yeah, I might make you watch it, or we'll see. I don't know if it's something I would see in the theater. I might wait till it comes out
Yeah,
on streaming.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's
But
not a lot of information on this one either. It's
no,
just
not a whole lot. I couldn't find anything in IMDb. So what I could find is the original. The original movie was from 1958.
mhm.
Had a budget of $88,000. So this one's going to be higher in price.
Oh yeah,
So the science fiction horror movie follows a wealthy heiress who grows into a giant after an alien encounter and exacts revenge on her cheating husband. So, if you've ever watched Monsters versus Aliens, that's that's the same plot too. This is a Susan, yeah, it was all that. Um, but they don't know how close. If they're calling this a remake, I think they're going to follow the story. But if it turns out being a reboot, then they're going to retell it and do something different.
yeah. But I have faith in the writer.
Yeah.
Again,
Now, I like the
Tim Burton.
writer for Gone Girl. I'm really
Yeah.
interested to see what that
And I
person
think
does.
that the same person wrote "Girl on a Train" too. I think,
Yes, I
okay,
believe. Yeah, I agree. I think you're right.
and that's a good movie too.
Yeah, no, I like Girl on a Train.
Mhm.
So if it's like that, if it's with that tension and suspense,
Yeah,
I think that'd be really interesting. I don't know how they would do that with a 50-foot woman.
maybe
Um,
make it a whorish. That sounded bad. Uh,
yeah, yeah, you whore. No, maybe, maybe maybe make it a porno. That would be really scary.
that's not
Um,
what I meant.
but no, make it a horror movie, like like her crushing people and stuff.
Hmm.
And I think
Yeah,
that would be crazy. But yeah, hopefully it's not just revenge on the cheating husband, because you could do that with TikTok. So
yeah.
um give me a little something else. But
Yeah.
yeah, I think with the writer, I'm interested.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is something that'll come out this year though.
Oh, I don't. This definitely won't come out
I
this
think
year.
this is 2025.
Yeah, I thought the article said 2025 or even early 2026 because it was just announced the other day.
Yeah, I don't. What did it say? I didn't see. Yeah, I didn't see a date on it. I don't see any expected release date in the article. Um, but interesting.
Yeah. 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 We'll keep an eye on it.
Yeah,
When there's more casting, we'll definitely be adding it to the news.
yeah. I think we'll definitely be adding this later. All right. The last thing we're gonna do, guys. Now, as we move along here, we're gonna start maybe adding like new releases coming out. Um, and I did kind of want to do that, but I didn't actually write anything down. I know I have a place where I can look really quick. So what are we talking about? So it's 7th. So of course, this week in the theaters, we're looking for Lisa Frankenstein premieres. It Ends with Us, which is a romance movie from Sony Pictures. Turning Red is a re-release from
Yeah.
Disney. Colleen Hoover's It Ends with Us. Okay, so that's coming in as a drama now. I see. So coming out on Netflix is Lover, Stalker, Killer, a documentary, which we're going to review.
Yep.
Ashes, which is a romance movie.
Which I have on the schedule.
And Suncoast, which is coming out to Hulu. That's also on our schedule.
Mm-hmm.
And Upgraded, which is a comedy, and that's also on our schedule.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. On Tuesday, I don't see anything coming out. I think I have a different thing, but
when do they start the every 2 weeks thing?
I don't know. Maybe it's
Because physical media is going to be start being released every 2 weeks,
yeah.
at least in stores. I don't know about how it's going to work, like for Amazon or Walmart.com.
Mm. Yeah, let me take a look at a better place for.
Yeah.
Okay, so as for physical releases, The Hunger Games: Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes comes out
Yeah.
on Tuesday. The Marvels comes out on Tuesday. Priscilla
Oh, I've
comes out
seen
on
that
Tuesday.
already.
I have not seen that, and
Yeah.
that might be something we want to throw in there. I don't know if I'd buy it, but
I've seen it already. It's I enjoyed it.
yeah. Hypnotic. Well, I haven't seen that in almost a year.
I think it's
But
a
Hypnotic comes out.
re-release.
That's the Ben Affleck one that you did not like.
Yeah, it was. I think it was. That's a re-release.
Yeah, that might be a re-release. I think it came out before that. But I don't think I remember. I don't think I got it, or did I get it? I have to check my thing. But it's a re-release. Monster High, Planet Earth 3, The Canterville Ghost, which is an animated movie, and The Walking Dead Daryl Dixon season 1 comes out on.
There's some nice releases in there.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I probably will, going for my um, my my New Year's resolution. I will not buy Marvels day one.
I am
But
proud of you.
I probably will I'll get the Steelbook at some point.
Who's releasing
But it's Marvel, so it's Disney. But I'm pretty sure
Is it like a
I'm
wide
hoping
release?
Walmart's gonna get it. I don't know who's gonna carry it.
Yeah, because that's what I meant. Who's
Yeah,
releasing it?
I
It's like,
think because Walmart got the Lionsgate contract, but I don't
yeah,
know if they got. I think they did because I've seen other Disney movies and stuff
yeah,
come
that's
out.
true.
So I think Walmart got the Disney contract too.
Yeah,
Um, But I do want that Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, so I might be getting that one because I like that and I'm a big fan of the series. So
yeah, that was a fun movie.
yeah, that was good. Before we go, we want to acknowledge some people who passed away in the past week, and there are two in particular. That is Carl Weathers and Toby Keith. Carl Weathers, if you know, is from the Rocky series, Predator, Action Jackson. He was a follower of the 4K Lowdown on Twitter. I talked to him a few times on Twitter. Great guy. I don't know why he started following me, um, but he was really, he actually gave me a shout out and acknowledged it, and I was like, oh wow, that's really cool. And one thing he said to me was, "Be at peace," and I'm going to say that to you, Carl. Be at peace, rest. I'm sorry that you passed away. 69, I believe, was his age. And Toby Keith also passed away. Toby Keith losing the battle with stomach cancer. He passed away at the age of 62. So rest in peace, Toby. Your battle is over, my friend. But interesting.
Both of you guys will live on in film and music.
Yeah. It was amazing. So
yeah.
So you guys, next week we're going to talk about 5 more articles. If anybody passes away, we're going to do it. We're also I'm going to do a little bit more with the new releases next week as we move along. But I think this was a good first time.
Yeah,
We're under
I
30
like
minutes.
talking news. We don't really talk it, It's usually okay. What do you think of this movie? That's it. We don't, we don't talk about trailers dropping. We don't talk about, casting, which I like. I like that kind of stuff. So
yeah. I like if we hear some rumors or, get some stuff with articles or whatever. Yeah, I think we'll bring it to your attention. But yeah, this is good extra content that the Faces for Radio is going to start putting out on a regular basis. So look for these on Friday night at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. But I think that's it, brother. What do you think?
That's it, man. Thank you.
All right.
Everybody for watching. And remember, what you guys think of the news articles, put them in the comments and let us know.
Yeah. And if you want us to find out some information, let us know in the comments as well. I want to thank you guys for watching Movie News at 5. He's Rich. I'm Dave. We're the Faces for Radio podcast, and we'll see you next time.
God bless, guys.